6 hits. Alrighty guys, we are at the range with the competition version of the LSS Gen 3. Rifle is safe. Today what we're going to do is preliminary testing, English is my second language, of this LSS Gen 3, okay? So what that's going to involve, we're going to shoot a group on paper, okay? Which I kind of low-key have already done. Here is that group now. Alrighty guys, first rounds, MDT LSS Gen 3 chassis, my dasher, the custom dasher, and Temu burgers. So 105 burger copies from the company in red. It's not a terrible group. Let's go take a look. Speed 2793.9, standard deviation 12.6. I changed nothing. I changed the bullet. I left my powder charge the same, left my overall length the same. Everything is the same. Shooting Alpha Brass. Let's take a walk. Now, I'm not a fan when companies blatantly copy something. But you guys asked me to test these 105's. So here we are, testing them. I shot one group. They grouped well, so I'm not going to shoot more paper. The real test for these is going to be what sort of long range performance we get. Today we're going to probably test them at 500 meters. We got 3 clean painted targets here. And we're not testing them side by side against burgers, against the original. That might be for a more conclusive video where we do weight testing and ogive testing and all of that. But yeah, I'm not really known for doing science-based videos on this channel. This is more sort of the more you F around, the more you find out kind of channel. Anyway, let's show you these groups. Alrighty, so that is a 5-round group over there that I just shot with the custom dasher and the 105 aero matches. This is a 5-round group I shot that exclude that shot that was just to get us on paper. That's a 5-round group out of the new Howard dashers. So side by side comparison, custom comps, aero matches. Okay, so pretty sporty group, but to be honest, that's not impressive. This rifle is a laser beam and I was kind of expecting it to do that. The difference between shooting this and I was just shooting an XRS2, the stability factor is noticeably different. Maybe I had too much coffee this morning, but I could see like a little bit of heartbeat in the XRS. It's obviously much lighter than the LSS Gen 3, but noticeably more stable. So take that for what it is. Also, this episode is sponsored by MDT. If you're new to my channel and you're checking out this, MDT are a long-time partner of the channel, so I did not pay for this. This was provided to me mahala. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take it out to distance, okay? Probably to like a kilometer, shoot a group. Let's first go to 500 meters, see if this will work as a sort of PRS gun, okay? I think that'll be a good test for it. Shoot off the Barricade, maybe do like a 5-round mini stage or a 6-round mini stage off the Barricade, see how that goes. Then take it to distance. We know it hammers on paper at 100 meters. So realistically, it's gonna hammer on steel at 1,000 meters, but be that as it may, let's do that now. Alrighty, so we're out here at 500 meters and I'm kind of going to do like a semi-prone type of shot. I'm going to dial in about 3.3 mil. Not a lot of info about these bullets, like bullet length and things to manually set up my Strurlock. We've got the drone hovering downrange and we're going to see if we can slap some steel. By the way, some bird or I don't know what decided to have like diarrhea on our shooting point. So it's not ideal, to be honest. Okay, neither is our shooting position. So get the Strike Eagle dialed in. Let me just see where that motorbike is. Okay, he is completely out the way. So kneeling at 500 meters, which is about 550 yards. absolutely in the center of the target. Okay guys, that's impressive. Wow. It's a pity about the motorbike, but holy mother. Stacking them. I possibly could have waited with that last shot because the plate was swinging a bit, but I was like, yeah, you know, when in Rome, sender. So yeah, stoked on that. They're performing at distance. Given I was literally kneeling, shooting that group at 550 yards, I'm stoked. Okay, let's set up on this barricade. I guess the next thing we want to find out is how does the LSS Gen 3 perform in sort of a precision rifle setting. Now, my drone's acting up a little bit, so it's hovering down range. Let's hit record so we can show you guys our group, but there's 3 targets next to each other. I'm gonna go 2 rounds, 2 rounds, 2 rounds, and that should give us a really good idea. Now, 6 rounds is not enough to decide if you want to shoot PRS with this, but it certainly balances nicely. You can add some weights on the side. I'm just going to take off my watch in case I scratch it on here as I do my sort of grip that I like to do on the front here. Also, if you want to add the Mirage little covers, you can do that. That obviously work with the ACC Elite. Right, so 2 rounds on the left target, 2 rounds on the middle target, and then 2 rounds on the right target. In 3, 2, 1, beep. This is not the most stable prop, so okay, those 2 shots weren't that good. The first 2 were pretty spicy. Woo! Okay, 6 rounds, 6 hits, 4 of the 6 are touching. I was a little wobbly there. So, can it be used as a precision rifle system? You freaking bet! Okay, last thing to do, let's go to 800 or 1000 and see what we can do there. Hopefully we have enough drone battery for some target cam down there. Okay, I have to dial 11.9, that's 11.9. Our drone is not happy at all, so we're gonna do this really quickly. 11.9, center target, 3 rounds. I do believe that's a hit. Another hit, waterline looks good. There's a little bit of left to right. Let's see if we can hit center. Oh, just off the edge. Okay, so unbelievable waterline at 1,050 meters. Sorry about the drone screaming. Is what it is. How am I going to do this? Alrighty, guys. Let's chat about the Temu 105's. Quantity Aero Match, basically a blatant copy of the Burger 105. Now, I struggled a little bit to find some info about length and stuff. I'll show you guys what I used for G7 bullet length if you want to set up like your Strolock or another ballistic app. Mine turned out pretty freaking true. So first of all, I had no load development. I used my old loads and I shot a pretty spicy group at 100 meters or 110 yards. Then I went out to 500 meters and put stacked rounds on top of each other. Okay, 5 rounds, which was super impressive. Then I was like, okay, cool, let's try some PRS style stuff, which was kind of a test too for the rifle chassis we were testing in this video. And that also went pretty good. Okay, stacking rounds on top of each other. Now, there's one thing to shoot a good group at 100 meters, and it's a whole nother thing to shoot good groups at distance. And groups at distance basically mean that the bullets have to be relatively consistent, okay? Because at 100 meters, you can kind of get away with stuff, okay? Inconsistent BC is not gonna affect you that much. However, over distance, if there's bullet-to-bullet variation, you're gonna start to see your groups open up at distance. So we 500, it was impressive. Almost made me think of that cracking 308 group we shot a while ago. Then we came out to 1050 and my drone was screaming at me, and I was using that as like a downrange target camera. And we waterlined, okay, 3 rounds. Now, waterline is what we're looking for, okay, because vertical dispersion, okay, 1 round hitting here, 1 round hitting here, and another round hitting there, that's gonna be bullet-to-bullet ballistic coefficient inconsistencies. Waterline, in other words, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, is basically the wind giving us some inconsistency. And there's not a lot of wind today. However, now the leaves are moving a little bit. So there's enough wind at 1050 meters to move a 105 grain bullet. A little bit of wind moves that bullet. So as much as it pisses me off to admit this, the 105 arrow matches are pretty good. Considering the price, yeah, they're pretty good. Am I going to shoot them? Probably going to use them as a training load, and I'll still use burgers for my sort of main PRS matches. One of my 109s is kind of my go-to there. So yeah, if you're looking for 105s, we've got them. These Temu, I'm going to call them Temu burgers. We've got them on our store, Impact Pro Shop. If you need stuff, let us know what you need, and we'll get them to you. So overall, yeah, I'm actually impressed. I don't really like Hornady because they blatantly copy products like the 105 and some other bullets that they've copied. I don't like the fact that they've copied the Henderson trimmer. I think it's bad taste. Like, make your own thing, make it really good. Don't copy some like Todd Henderson. He's got a family business and now they've blatantly gone and copied these products. So I'm not stoked about that. So Hornady, you're in my naughty corner. And it's quite hilarious because I've done a video where I said like, hey, pick like my top 5 cartridges, and almost all of those were like PRCs and Creedmoor, which is Hornady, and everybody's like, Pete, you're on the Hornady payroll. I've never received a dime or 1 single bullet from Hornady, I'll have you guys know. So yeah, they're in my naughty list. Anyway, the bullet's good. Yeah, I'll train with them. You heard it here first. Okay guys, a little bit of a different video. I would have jumped between me shooting bits and bobs. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And then thank you very much to MDT for making the banging chassis we used in today's production. Without you guys testing these things and trying different things and messing around would not be possible. But we mess around in the name of science. So thank you MDT Sporting Goods for that. Guys, if you want to shop chassis in SA, you get it from impactproshop.net. For the rest of the world, head on over to mdttag.com. While the 2 birds are flying by, where's my shotty? Good guy. I actually suck at shooting birds with a shotgun because it's not something we do regularly. Anyway, okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.